Part 1. The Inner Trinity, the Clockwork of Consciousness.
The physical body is literally just the vessel. The true operators running the show are the self, the soul, and the spirit. And honestly, a massive amount of the chaos we experience in our lives comes directly from misidentifying these three completely distinct forces. Each one has a highly specific function and operates in a specific time frame. The self conceives in the present, the soul receives in the past, and the spirit perceives moving toward the future. Let's break these down a bit more.
First up, we have the self. This is the ultimate director, the one meant to be sitting right there on that ancient wooden throne we talked about earlier. The self is your present awareness. It's the eternal divine spark. And its absolute sole function is pure observation and conscious choice. It doesn't hold on to memory, and it doesn't force you to move. It simply witnesses the experience without blindly reacting to it.
Next is the soul, which the text so beautifully refers to as the waters of memory. The soul is essentially the ultimate cosmic archive. It receives and stores every single emotional imprint, every habit, and all of your subconscious programming. So what this means is that a lot of the choices you think you're making completely independently right now, like, say, reacting angrily to a tiny critique, are actually just invisible historical patterns recorded deep within these waters. And finally, we have the spirit. If the soul is water, the spirit is absolutely the fire of will. This is the active, forward-moving engine of your consciousness. It's that raw force inside you that says, I will. It provides the momentum, the vital energy, and that relentless drive you need to turn your intentions into real, transformational physical action.
So the crucial point is this. When this internal hierarchy breaks down, you get chaos, total chaos. If the soul dominates, you end up trapped in past trauma, fear, and those exhausting repetitive emotional loops. But if the spirit dominates without any direction, it just drives reckless, impulsive action with zero wisdom. True mastery isn't about fighting your internal fire or trying to destroy your past. It's about restoring that proper mechanical order. It's about putting the self back on the throne as the awake master director.
Part 2. The Laws of Manifestation, from Potential to Form.
Manifestation, in this framework, isn't just some vague, wishful thinking. It's an unyielding, mechanical process. It follows a very strict chain. Step 1 is attention. That's the seed. Whatever you focus your attention on is what grows. Step 2 is emotion, the water. Emotion gives weight and fuel to that thought, rooting it deep into the soul. And step 3 is conviction, the structural blueprint. Conviction is your stabilized belief. It's what actually gives structure to your reality. Because without conviction, the thought simply collapses. Which brings us to a super practical equation, the formula of embodied creation. Thought plus emotion plus belief equals your reality pattern. Add action to that pattern, and boom, you have physical manifestation. The thing you have to remember is that this formula is constantly running in the background. If you're stuck on autopilot, you are absolutely still running this formula. You're just doing it with scattered thoughts, fearful emotions, and limiting beliefs.
Part 3. The Macro View, the 013 Eternal Flow.
Now, what's really interesting about this is the grand architecture behind it all, the Wheel of Nine Ether. This isn't just a piece of esoteric symbolism, it is literally the structural engine of consciousness. It maps out how raw potential flows from the source, takes physical form through the elements, earth, water, fire, air, organizes itself through sound and imagination, makes choices at the center, and ultimately returns to the source, fully conscious at step 13. It is this brilliant, continuous cycle of learning and evolution. And when everything clicks together, you get the inner trinity, the self, the soul, and the spirit, perfectly aligned upon the diamond throne of divine order. This whole framework takes what could be a deeply esoteric, confusing philosophy and transforms it into a highly tangible, mechanical map for living. By aligning your mind, your emotions, and your will under the clear observation of the self, you are quite literally synchronizing with the very laws of the universe.
Which leads us to this incredibly empowering realization. True manifestation is a partnership, not a magic trick. You choose the inputs, divine law dictates the outputs. You are 100% responsible for what you are feeding into this clockwork mechanism of consciousness. Setbacks, failures, frustrations, they aren't punishments from the universe. They are just data. They're simply feedback showing you exactly where your foundation needs a little reinforcement.
So, we arrive at the ultimate challenge of this exploration. Take a hard look at your life right now. What reality are you currently building on autopilot?
What unexamined emotions and scattered intentions are feeding the machinery of your everyday existence? Because the clockwork is turning regardless. The only real question is, are you finally ready to step out of automation, harness your internal blueprint, and take the throne? I really hope this deep dive has sparked your curiosity to discover the mechanics of your own consciousness alongside us. Keep questioning, keep learning, and as always, thank you so much for exploring.